Officer Greg Miller had the triumphant smirk of absolute, unchecked power as he illegally opened Marcus Washington's private document case, convinced he would find a crime, any crime, to justify his harassment. He was basking in the violation, looking for evidence to confirm his prejudice, but that smirk instantly dissolved into a crippling, cold dread when he saw the contents. Inside, nestled beneath the man's vehicle registration, was a sealed, official envelope bearing Miller's name. The officer snatched it, his eyes blazing in disbelief, only to find the shocking, life-altering notice of his own termination. He thought he was hunting a suspect, but in the ultimate moment of poetic justice, he was just searching the vessel of his own sudden, ironic doom. His time was up. NNTHE City had just taken a breath. The rain had stopped, leaving the asphalt slick, dark, and mirror-like. Reflecting the harsh, electric glow of the street lamps, every light source cast a hostile yellow glare that seemed to stretch the shadows rather than dispel them, creating a world of stark contrast and lurking menace. This was a quiet, almost forgotten corner of the residential district, a place that usually held only the murmur of distant traffic and the rustle of wet leaves. But tonight, that tranquility was brutally shattered by the sudden pulsating light of the police cruiser, red and blue strobing across the wet pavement, a silent, intrusive alarm. Inside his pristine sedan, Marcus Washington sat perfectly still. He was 30 years old, dressed in a suit that spoke of long hours and high stakes in corporate finance, a uniform of professional success that often felt like a target. His hands were placed exactly at the 10 and 2 positions on the wheel, a practiced, almost ritualistic posture of control. He knew this moment. He knew the choreography by heart, the stillness required, the measured breathing, the suppression of every reactive instinct. He watched in the rearview mirror as Officer Greg Miller stepped out. Miller was a man whose features were carved by years of cynicism. His face was thick-set, his eyes hard and cold. He wasn't just patrolling, he was hunting. And tonight, Marcus felt like the quarry. He registered the presence of Miller's partner, Officer Davis, a young woman whose steps lagged slightly, her posture already betraying discomfort. Miller approached the driver's side, his movements heavy and deliberate, projecting a weight of unquestioned authority. He leaned down, his breath misting faintly in the cool night air, the smell of damp wool and stale coffee accompanying him. His voice was a low, grinding gravel, laced with an immediate, prejudged dismissiveness. "License and registration, pal. Don't play dumb. We clocked you doing 40 in a 25. You think the rules don't apply to you." Marcus felt the familiar, hot prickle of indignation, the internal debate of compliance versus resistance. But he ruthlessly suppressed it. His survival, his peace, depended on maintaining his composure. He lowered the window slowly, the electric hum, a small, civil noise against the hostility of the sirens. "Officer, I assure you, I was adhering to the speed limit. I just left my office. My drive is routine, and I am meticulous about my speed." Miller snatched the license and glanced at it, his eyes lingering for a dismissive beat on Marcus's name, Marcus Washington, before looking past him. He was looking for something more, something extra, something that didn't fit the suit or the clean car. His attention settled on the passenger seat, where a sleek, expensive black leather document case lay. It was a premium piece, the kind that whispered of professionalism and value.